Hello. I meant to give Asia the moderation powers quite a while ago. But hi. Hello. We're currently playing two games at once. The current game we're playing is West of Loathing. But the other game we are currently playing is how far into stream do I get before my groceries are delivered? So yeah. So this is West of Loathing. You'll see me every time I did get a hype train yesterday. You can blame Lunar, because Lunar was the train conductor. Because I got it was a series of events where first Birdman decided to, you know, like, yeah, subscribe. Danya! Oh, as you got covered up by the game because my alerts are all over the place. Oh my goodness. You wanted the first spam. Ah! Speak of him and he shall appear. So, a lot of this started, right? A lot of this started because Burb, decided to subscribe. And then Lunar subscribed. And then Wolfie subscribed. And at that point I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. And then Lunar gifted 5 subs. And I was like, what? Why? It was chaos. That's why I clipped the moment where I started freaking breaking, and it was like, well, I guess this is my life. As I quickly do some of that. But yeah, it's very it was very interesting and a little it was a little overwhelming because I was not expecting it. And I there, okay, yeah, so that's how I do it. Got it. Yeah, I see, the thing is that I know that you know that feeling because we've done that to you, where we've given you a hype train. Because we just, you know, went a little silly, and it was like I was like, I'm doing this for the funsies. And all of a sudden I have subscribers, and it's like, why? Like, okay, but why? But, yeah. ChickenJac. But yeah, welcome to West of Loathing. Ace got a basket today. Nice! Your own cat got spoiled on your birthday, too. But yeah, wish Danya a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. So a nice big happy birthday to the Danya. Ah. A nice shout out to Danya as well. What? So I clicked out the game for a second. But yeah. Feels weird doing that too. Well, you deserve it. Because you also stream. More YouTube now than stream. Yeah, that's true. You've been posting more shorts and more videos than anything. Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I haven't started this game real quick is because my groceries are about to be delivered, so we're about to hit the be back soon screen here in a second. And then once that happens, I'm gonna handle my groceries and come back and then explain West of Loathing to anybody who has not heard or seen of this game. So, get ready to hear me read and narrate a lot of this because that's essentially what this game is. If anybody has seen anything about this game, like, yeah, enjoy. You have so clips enabled? I don't know. I don't think so. That might be, I don't know. I didn't set up a whole lot on this because it was just kind of like, I'm mostly here for the funds. Oh. Ah. As my phone goes off. Because it's like, oh, your groceries are about to be delivered, and then meanwhile I check the order tracker for my groceries, and the car is Tokyo drifting down the freaking street. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I really have clips enabled like that. Yeah, my groceries are here, so this is gonna be very fun. I'm gonna wait until I get the actual message that they're well, it's not just food for me, right? Even though I ordered a bunch of snackies to refill the snack shelf. But it's also every single time I order groceries, they always forget like one or two things. The last time I ordered groceries, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some of these packs of ramen that I enjoy. And they're like, yeah, so we can't get you the pack you want, so we got you like 2 of them that are like the single ones. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess, sure. But every single time I order, there's always something. Yeah, I would have gone shopping, but all of my roomies are out of the house, and only 2 of my roomies know how to drive. I do not know how to drive. I do not trust myself behind a wheel. I'll just say that much. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just order the groceries, because it's like I needed certain house essentials and then certain things for the critter, the demon, the dog. And out of all the things, they couldn't give me, because I needed like 3 packs of like frozen peas for things. They couldn't give me one I didn't know chickens had hands. Yeah, no, you can't really see them. I usually have them hidden in the sleeves of my PNG. I got hands. I don't know how to throw them, but I got hands. So, you know. But yeah, I don't. Is that my phone telling me that the groceries have been delivered? That is my phone telling me that the groceries have been delivered. It's on the inside of my wings. Okay, well. Time for me to go grab some groceries, so we're gonna be on the be back soon screen while I go handle my groceries. So, I will be right back. Howdy, folks. Groceries have been handled. Hello. Thanks. I now have more snacks on the snack shelf. I've got stuff. Thank you, Lady Danya. Okay, so onwards to explaining West of Loathing. Silly stick figure, wild west. So let's get into it, really. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, currency in this game is meat. I'll go Cowpuncher. Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. I remember it's games. It's that level of silly. You've heard that cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't going to punch themselves after all. Then we have the Bean Slinger. Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in Loathing, and the Bean Slinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. Jack. Sold! Yeah. And then Snake Oiler. Snake Oilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah to tame snakes, their fearlessness to extract potent oils from those snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. Yeah, the cows. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everyone needs potions in hope in these dark days. And also out west, there's all the best snake live. So I think last time I played this, I played a cowpuncher. Something like that. Magic plus cooking equal Jack. I mean, I can try and do Beanslinger. I don't think I've ever done Beanslinger before. I've done Cowpuncher, I know that. So it's very much like, I might stick with what I know and go Cowpuncher, even though I'm pretty sure, like, certain things... Yeah, the Henry Stickman at you. Yeah. Let's go Cowpuncher. I know Cowpuncher. We have awoken. This weird poster appeared here one night. Goodbye, bed. Time to head west to chase my real dreams. I can comb my hair. And I gained XP. You read the spine of one of your books. Maud Swift and the Curse of Zombie Jungle. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. Lola Smith and the Trouble at Eagle Castle. I cannot speak today. The Journey to Butcher's Mansion. That was one of my favorites. Escape from Witch Cellar. Margaret Danger and the Incident at the Black Hospital. Frank Jones and the Forbidden Prison. Oh hey, this one might come in handy. Got the item Walking Stupid. This book tells the tale of a renegade sheriff who was really, really bad at walking. So I can unlock stupid walking if I want to. You read the book from cover to cover and learn how to walk really stupidly. Stupid walking has been added to your options menu. You got the perk, stupid walking. Nice. You accidentally dropped the book and ruined it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. Oops. Sounds about right. So we can, yeah, turn on the stupid walking. Welcome. Welcome to the game. This is our bird Russell. Hey Russell, how you doing? Bird noise. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Maybe it's time for you to leave too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one last time, then flies away to the west. Ah, there he goes. The sweet lad. Secures our living room. Stack the firewood. Oh, now we're just moving with cartwheels. Oh, now we're doing the worm. Let's turn off the silly walking. Yeah, not anymore. You're now off to the west. It's Mom's pie safe. I keep all her pies safe. I'm gonna miss Mom's cooking. Put it back on. I'm not gonna put it back on! This hearth really puts the hearth in hearth and home. Nothing on the hat rack today. I'm gonna miss meals with the family. Little brother's room. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. On the application of dynamics of a general mathematical method previously applied to optics. I think this is about math? Maybe? You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. That! God only knows what that means. I see function? I have no idea what the rest of this is. The dainty fragile lady. Thank you, AJ. Is it German? That's why I slightly stood here. Because I feel like... This, yeah. But I want the silly walking again. Well, you can get West of Loathing yourself. And then you can unlock your silly walking. But the presentability of a function through a trigonometric row. Okay, yeah, no, trigonometric, yeah, it's probably like trigonometry, metrics, and science. Yeah, because our brother is a genius. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. None of it makes a lick of sense to me. I have no idea if... I do not know that word. That's fair. I don't know if this one is German either. Basic of common. One moment, please. Okay. I don't really think this game takes a whole lot. It's not like it's... common law. This game really doesn't take much. It's really not that big of a game. I downloaded this in like a couple seconds because I already had it in like my Steam library. It's not like it's drastic. Study of diversity? Okay. Basic of... okay. Well. I got a puzzle cube. Can fiddle with it. Hooray! Already solved it. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. So tidy. It's covered with all of his weird diagrams and charts. It's our shelf of souvenirs from old family vacations. Plunder from those memories. Personalized gun manor shot glass. Heck yeah. Gain XP when you drink booze. Is an item that I can put on? I think it is. I might be wrong. It might be until later. I do have the gun manor DLC, so we'll probably do that too. Ah, it's the family farm. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep. It's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but... let's see. The one about picking locks, oh boy. The one about desert survival, oh boy. Or the one about bartering. What was the one that I picked last time? I'm trying to remember. I think I'm just gonna take lockpicking. That's the one. Enjoy it. Locks and how to pick them. Be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. I will, Mom. Goodbye. Where's Dad? Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. It's time for me to leave, Dad. Post a link to a site where people can test if their computer can survive games. If you want, you can link that in Chips' Discord. If you're using what's the site? Can I run it or something along those lines? That's the best way to like test your PC to see if like it can. That's like one of the best ways to test. Yeah, yeah. I would say just kind of post it in Chips' Discord and just kind of put it in like the gaming zone, and then yeah. Yeah, you just would use that. I used to play a lot of my games off a laptop. It's still a computer. It's just a matter of the actual like hardware. But anyway, it's time for me to leave, Dad. His lips quiver though. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's brass knuckles. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go. Yeah, we just have our brass knuckles. These were your grandmother's brass knuckles. Your grandmother was a force to be reckoned with. Does 4 to 5 damage. Here is our brother. Your brother Rufus is standing there looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him the puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey Rufus, time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. What are you going west? Why are you going west anyway? I'm trying to remember what this does. I believe... I believe this basically is just kind of like a bonus thing where it's like, it depends on like which one of these you pick. Just kind of gives you more XP and stuff, so I'm gonna say to help people, because that's a lot of times with me. You've read the papers, Rufus. The people out west are in trouble. They need all the help they can get. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm. With those fucking brass knuckles. No time to screw around the woods. Time to head west. Alright, so I said bye to Mom, I said bye to Dad, I said bye to Rufus. Go west, young woman? Yes. Let's go west. Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. Would you like to skip the Boring Springs prologue and head straight to Dirtwater? Any horses or partners you unlocked in any previous games will be available to you, and you'll start with 628 meat and some of the more important items from Boring Springs. No, I want to play the prologue again. Here we go. Enjoy. We're on the back of a turnip cart. Whoop. There we go. Well, the bad news is that you fell off that cart and got knocked out for a couple of hours, and now you got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. The good news is that you're in a town rather than a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Get up and dust yourself off. You're in the town of Boring Springs. I got a dusty turnip. Yikes. Ouch. A sign on the door reads, "Gone drinking." Yuck. Oh yeah, there's horse poop everywhere. The sheriff. Trade. Step right up, Braid's the name and trades the game. You seriously doubt his name is Braid. Howdy. Howdy, Braid, what are you trading? Well, madam, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning Skinner, who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul, I will trade them a fine silver pocket watch. No trades right now, thanks. Get lost. Oh yeah, Topeka is 60 miles that way. Nope, you're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? I don't know what I did. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself. The name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. Is that why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just coincidence. Oh, does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus? Oh, haha, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? No, sorry. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. Will do, Bill. Loose dirt. Cactus here making a living. Yeah. Go to the sheriff. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? He sighs. The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. No, anytime we read a book, something happens to it. The book basically just disappears. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? As a matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here. They, what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Some choice words. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted out and took my cell door with them. I ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny, you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes his pistol out. He takes the pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. I now have that on the map. Well, we now have a map. Make your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environs. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that. Wanted for bird theft! Naked Mike Bernstein. Bird has been stolen. Help wanted. Wanted poster artist. Apply in person at the Unima Marshal's office. Wanted. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Reward 420 meat. Well, not according to the wanted poster, you've been stolen. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting at the, to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dang nabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. Check out the box. If it wasn't available. You look through the hat box and find a sturdy-looking Stetson. That kind of looks like something you'd wear. Grab it. Got myself a nice 4-gallon hat. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, gal. Yeah? You headed west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. Alright, I'll keep it in mind. So, yeah, I think Pete's one of them. There's like a couple people. You already have a hat. Why do you need... what would you do with 2? Should probably leave him alone. What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, Godfrey Daniels, there's a rat in my rattle patch. Uh-huh. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. See you later, Pete. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Good luck, you two. My man's sleeping. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking in that it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's full spit, regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it smells horrible. This is what, yeah. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into the filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand towards the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinky brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand in the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes are starting to water. This is why we had to do this. This is the only one I'm reading of the spittoons, and every single one after that I am not reading. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations? Hooray? Yeah, so this is the game where the descriptions are... Yeah. So the nasty ring. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. It gives one muscle, one mysticality, and one moxie. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, "Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each." Keep waiting. The bartender finally notices you. "Howdy, cowgirl. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Jack. What brings you to our little backwater?" Ask about work. "Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts?" "Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater." Ask about the railroad. Railroad. The railroad? The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. Why can I not say that word today? I can't English. From back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco, and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Yeah, English. English is very difficult. Dirtwater? Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there. Paused for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself. Ask about errands. You mentioned errands. Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The holster's always needing help because he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I could probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. Take care of it. Alright, Fall, let's go fight a goblin. They don't got rats in the basement, she's got goblins. Oh, right, yeah, the 4-gallon hat. Just the right size for your 4-gallon head. Gives me +1 muscle. Yeah, in a fight. Ooh, pile of old newspapers. I'll take one. Boring Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895. Whiskey. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails ya. I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here can reach the top of the bar. I am of legal drinking age, I'll have you know. Alright. The goblin shouts, "Bree Yark!" Attack the goblin. Alright. So, here we have, everything that we can do here. And what we're fighting. So, we've got our melee attack, our range attack, beef up, which is our special ability, which costs 1 AP, which is an action point. It will increase our muscle, which means we'll do more damage. And then first aid, will recover HP, and then obviously surrender. But given how this game is, we're just going to use this. So. You have dispatched the goblin. You pat yourself on the back for a job well done. E-haul skill up. Grit level 2. Head back upstairs. Howdy, howdy. Good to see you again, Jack. You tip your hat to the bartender. I took care of the goblin. Thank you kindly. I knew he was a stand-up gal the moment you walked in here. She reaches under her hat and grabs a bag of meat. Here you go. It's the least I can do. by way of thanks. You gain 200 meat. Tip your hat. Who's the fella at the bar next to me? Well, it might be you should ask him yourself, seeing as he's right there. He won't bite you. Okay. Howdy, I'm Jack. Howdy, I'm, Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming, nice? No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. And me being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One. Kind of boring one. But it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stables. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. Woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. Who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a ranger from nearby. A real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pest her. Why is that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. A woman glares at you. Howdy, Susie. Howdy, cowgirl who's gonna be searching for a spittoon for her teeth if she don't leave me in peace. Okay, bye-bye then! Okay. BS horsery. It's the most typical horse you've ever seen. Afternoon, ma'am. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. Well, except for the completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, yes, thank you. Please. I'd go fetch it myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. They're pretty much always running away to the same places. So we got the Orehole Mine, the Boring Springs Boneyard, and the Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. We got a bag of homing oats. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Okay, we'll do. See ya. Because that's how that shit works. Yuck. Did you bring me something to read? Give him the newspaper. You gave him the newspaper you found, in the basement of the saloon. Much obliged, partner. Let's see here. What can I do in return? Return the paper. Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at the Orehole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find use for it. Okay, thanks. Behind the outhouse at Orehole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it now. If you could just kind of stick the newspaper to my face before you leave. Stick the newspaper to him. Alright. So we got a bag of homing oats. This whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking it. And giving your legendary low standards, that's really saying something. Sure. Alright, got the Boring Springs Boneyard, the Thousand Snakes Gulch, and the Orehole Mine. Let's go to the mine so I can get the shovel. Because I need that shovel. This is where Bill said, look behind the outhouse. Hey, he wasn't kidding! Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. I got a shovel! Which is useful. There's still some meat ore in this cart. I got 50 meat. We covered a mug. The instructions for the cargo elevator. Examine the controls. This mechanism is labeled cargo elevator control. The poster on the wall behind reads, Level 1, blasting cap storage. Level 2, plungers, both kinds. Level 3, tools. Where do you want to send the cargo elevator? We're gonna leave the elevator alone for right now. In any case, it's not a people elevator, it's a cargo elevator. We're not gonna do that just yet. Unrefined meat nugget. So we need plungers. Take one. These crates are labeled blasting caps. The period, is part of the label. That's why it's inside the quotes like that. Dang it, looks like you're gonna need a crowbar to pry one of these crates open. Requires needle. Frick. Can't get past this rubble. Plunger up to it. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you huck up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. Yeah, I need the blasting cap, but I require a needle, but I need a stick of dynamite. Alright, we'll leave that be for now. We'll go to the Thousand Snakes Gulch, where there be snakes. Snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Gotta jump on him. The most riveting of combat. Muscle level 2. Skill up. You have slain a snake! Before long, they'll call you Snake Murdering Jack. Another snake? Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Whoa, they're quick. Yeah, this teaches you that sometimes enemies can get a... Yoip. Punch that snake. Made short work of that long snake. Yay. Ow. Right. You can run into all the cacti. The snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. We're gonna beef up. There we go. Nice perk! If the whole cowgirl thing doesn't work out, you could get a job as a snake exterminator. Yeah, just sell the unrefined meat chunk is what that is. You, your gear, your stuff. My character sheet. I got beef up and first aid. I got stupid walking. I got lockpicking expertise. I got intimidating. And I got tough customer. Which means, like, the more that, like, I can do stuff. So, we got, muscle, mysticality, and moxie. And then we got grit, gumption, and glamour. Those are our fun, there it is. This horse has gone crazy snake. Has gone crazy, snake crazy. Oh my god, I cannot read. Or maybe he was, some other kind of crazy. Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey fella, I'm a friend, okay? Yeah. It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Nah. Can I look him in his eyes? You calmly look the horse in the eyes, One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket, like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now. It's clear that you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around inside of his skull. That's a good boy. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I've got a treat for you. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny. Or rather, a... Okay, bye, Burb! Hopefully he's headed home and not to the 12th dimension. Cool. You don't have to walk all the way back over there, just hit M or click the map icon. Right, yeah. There's another mug. Our founder, Zafina Boring, from 1806 to 1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. Benjamin Crockett, from 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early. Beauregard Skelton, Captain 3rd Cavalry, 1820 to 1866. Oh, he's gonna beef up. There we go. Hooray! Guess I have to quickly fix my chair. There we go. Heck yeah. You put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. We've gotten a gold tooth, we've got an old cavalry saber, and our mysticality has gone up a level. Sweet. Yeah, we'll put that on. A skeleton! You're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is. What a scuffle. The skeleton collapsed into a pile of loose bones. Oh, wait, what was this one? That guy just won't stay put. Timothy Cochrane, 1855 to 1895, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochrane, 1887 to 1895, beloved daughter. Silas Cochrane, 1895 to 1895, a baby. Got a ghost horse. Pulse quickens as you near the spooky translucent horse. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to realize that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there, I'm a friend, okay? Yay. It's a little strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her nose again. Yep, it's cold, burr. Okay. Feed her oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Burr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Try the oats again. Okay. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? I thought a guess. Weird, but okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. Yes, demon. You're free. Goodbye. The demon scratches. You didn't pull anything from the Victini box? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Man, that would have been good, though. That would have been awesome if you actually pulled something great. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse's gazes, should have kept it sealed. Yeah. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, then eats them. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Alright. That's horses 1 and 2. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Wake him up. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. If we assume that it's 7 years from now and the idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. I got the honorable perk. Huzzah. Honorable. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Heck yeah. Pile of random stuff from the Fricker Gang stole. Finders keepers. A recovered mug, and I got a pair of silver cufflinks. If you wear fancier shirts, you might have some use for these. Yes, phone? That was aggressive. Okay. Random email. It's road to school. I think that's the joke. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what the Rhodes Scholar joke is. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Can you pass the soap? He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Cool. You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet. But you gather that his name is Snipe. And the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk. Howdy boys, deal me in. The one without the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? I'm here for the sheriff's door. I'll show you the door. The door to hell? He reaches for his gun. Okay, fine it is then. Hey, yeah. At least they are kind enough to drag you outside after they beat you unconscious. Yep. Alright, I think I am not well equipped for that just yet. But I still got stuff. Oh, right, I can shovel this stuff. Howdy. I'll trade you this bar of soap for a lock. Braid, you really don't think that his name is actually Braid, takes your soap from your hands and hands you a lock. Alright, no trades. Got a recovered bug. Howdy. It's good to see you again. I found these mugs. Much obliged. You hand in the recovered mugs and collect your bounty. To be right to the partner. Just say howdy. Yeah, are you Susie, Conrad? How'd you know my last name? I saw the grave in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. She scars barely and muddles into your whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing. Couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender says it was cows? Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that we used to be a cow ranch, and they attacked. Does she look like Wednesday Addams? It's Western Wednesday Addams. And they attacked. A couple days ago, it happened so fast, I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door, and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes, just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. I ain't want to talk about it no more. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keep me here and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. Cool. So we now have a lock. I forget what we need that for. Parker Ranch established 1891. All the water in this trough has boiled away. Susie's ranch house has burned to the ground. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. I won't do that. Just yet. Okay. It looks like somebody is in the middle of fixing a knife. Varmin's getting a knife. Allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. Yeah. Compared to... we'll keep that on. These pies were not safe. Yeah. Oh. Not new. Make it... Alright. I have been set on fire. Did it. Grab Susie's rifle. You find my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. Jack. Thanks, Jack. Can rightly say what this means... Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, just say a word. Sounds good, Susie. Okay. Pete squints and points at the unrefined meat you're carrying. You ain't seem like someone got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it off ya. Okay, sell him the ore. See you, Pete. Right. I gotta remember how... I gotta remember how to get the frickin' dynamite. No, that's right. Okay. Well, I guess I still gotta go try and figure out the fricker gang. Not leaving until I help that sheriff. Sleeping bandits lie. Alright, approach them and talk. It's Bimmy! Your sister! Bimmy? Wait, Bimmy. See, I am so Bimmy, I stole some Rube's face. Hi, you always did have a knack for face wrestling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here and fast. Would be the Pinkertons are onto us, and they'll be here any minute. Dang nabbit, come on, Snipes, let's hightail out of here. I'll catch up. Whippy nods, and he and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. You congratulate yourself on your attentiveness and memory and strong interpersonal skills. Let's grab the door and skedaddle. Pile of fucking game. Okay. See, the fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff the door. Really? Tabletop content. They stole a whole door. Yeah, no, you can't have shit in the West. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any, fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round him up shortly then. Looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the frickers busted the lock, when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. Well, I just so happen to have one. You hand the sheriff the lock. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then it accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick locks, stranger? You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. Well, shoot. Howdy, yeah. Okay, I don't remember how to get a needle. That's the thing. I actually think, yeah, it is in one of the haystacks. Yeah, okay. Yep, anytime. Yeah, I was like, is it in the haystack? I think it is in one of the haystacks in Lo and Behold. That's where it was. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd you do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, says she won't talk to anybody except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she's just being sarcastic. I see. Yep, more needles. Right. You definitely picked the lock. Excuse me. With that cough. Yeah, I probably can. Yeah. You've unlocked the door? Yeah, then let the sheriff know. I unlocked your cell door for you. The sheriff walks in the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you, kindly stranger. If Boarding Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. It's a good job you've done. Don't mention it. Here, have this. It's a souvenir from Boarding Springs. Thanks, Sheriff. We've got replica sheriff badge, which gives us like 1 armor. Hattie. Take some dynamite for this needle. No, because I kind of need that needle for something else. Get lost. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. Hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Ma'am, you got so much TNT! Jesus Christ. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Not until you give me the whiskey you promised me. Okay, fine. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. Give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket, and then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out the bottle. Jeez, Doc, this doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. Hey, Doc, can I look through your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that you're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. You survey the books on Alice's shelves. They're all medical textbooks except for a few. Leaf through the Legends of Curly Meat, the Life and Works of Fred Ferguson, or the Goblinoid Tongue, a primer. Ah, right. Learn Goblin Tongue. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed by it that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is the Goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak Goblin, sort of. Right, I probably could have learned that before I killed that poor Goblin. Goodness. Alright. Leaf through the Legends of Curly's Meat. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat. Secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Leaf through the lives, yeah. Hey. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography. But flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Haha. At least there are some useful appendices in the back. And some diagrams of appendices. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons, staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my mind. But how is it even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Ellis turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it. But, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is then coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Missy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh. Indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. What now? What's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Thank you, AJ, for the hydrate. Much appreciated. Drastic hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard... Hydrate, yeah. Is there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I've never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl is deepened. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. She said it, not me. What now? So about the necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. And if we're gonna pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away, then shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor? It doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me, and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. As my phone goes off. What now? I really gotta learn to silence this fucking thing. There we go. Impossible like raising the dead impossible? You guys have a cute sidekick now. Actually, we can choose who we want as our sidekick. I think, technically, the goblin that I murdered, we could have had as a sidekick. Let's see. Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens her eyes. Alright, kid, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here. Alright. So, even though we killed the goblin, I think the only other person, is Crazy Pete. That's the only other person that we can... But we have one last needle, so let's see if we can go get that last horse. Oh, Oh, it sounds like there's people home. You managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle was ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Got a blasting cat. Kaboom. Got a silver nugget. Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm a friend. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like crippling introverted away from you. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't very comforting to say. You do the oats? You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go, yum yum. She sidles away from you wearily and makes a surprising good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. As you reach out to pet her horse, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Oh, come on. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, okay, see? You take a handful from the bag and toss some in your mouth. Look, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Since it's better than dry... Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you wearily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Pat her nose. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl. The horse finally relaxes enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Wearily, begrudgingly, she eats them, then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around and look, you don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. See him in the hole. You bend down and shine your lantern into the crack in the rock. You can just barely make out a square shape down there, well out of arm's reach. Looks like somebody dropped a small metal box into the hole, though you don't know if it was to hide it or to discard it. If you're truly desperate to find out what's in there, you could try reasoning with the rock. Your primary argument would be a bundle of dynamite. Perhaps you could persuade the hole to widen enough to grab the box. Yeah, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. Alright. Howdy, found these mugs. Much obliged. What do you say, Pete? Ooh, me? Well, heck, I say all sorts of things. Uh-huh. Tell him the nugget. Deal. Pete narrows his eyes as the gears in his head start to flick. He fixes his gaze on you, and the tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid, all this stuff, what I've been buying from you, you've been spending time underground, ain't ya? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of ore hole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down there on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a gal who wants to keep her eyes. If you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. Let's see. Trying to think on if there's anything else from the starting town. I don't think so. I think the last thing that we just really need to do is we need to just pick a horse. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. Put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s, plus a 2, a 3, and a king. I can either bet aggressively or bet crazily. Bet crazily. Eat this! All in, suckers! Sweat gushes from their faces as they reach the how to play poker card again, but eventually they both add 20 meat to the pot. Okay, read them and weep. You show them... you show your pair of 10s, plus 2, 3 king. The guy on your left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces. And the gal on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 in hearts. Intimidate them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left total 21 points, to the girl on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king means they have to either pay you in human teeth or an extra 10 meat each. They gasp and push more meat across the table to you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. Fantastic. Right, Oh, what? Oh, I got a broken board. Nice. What do I do with this? Oh, it's just something to battle with. So we got a choice of ordinary horse, dark horse, ghost horse, and crazy horse. And... so you hear the crazy horse. I think each of them does something specific? I forget what the ghost horse does, but I know the crazy horse makes it so that way you encounter more random things, and the dark horse makes it so that way you can escape things. So... alright. Sure thing. Awesome. Thanks. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Let me think on that. Okay. Wanted to see how much meat I had. We'll take the dark one. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell you for 1,000 meat. When you say sneaky, well, she's real quiet and she likes dark places. Yeah, I remember. And just look at how she's trying to hide behind the other horses there. She seems pretty smart. I'll take her. Thanks. I got an achievement for buying the dark horse. Calling her Jam. Yeah, I want to name my horse Jam. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Southeast-west map. So, we got ourselves a horse. I think we're good here. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure you want to leave? I don't think there's anything else that I can really do. Because I kind of already sold all the... all the stuff, or traded all the stuff that I could trade. And I wasn't able to get the snake skins, so it's like... Alright, well... yeah, I'm ready to go. Alrighty then, you're properly... go it alone, not recommended. You're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, someone to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you? Um, last time I did this, I think I took, Susie. Because she was pretty good. So... maybe I'll take Doc. Because I didn't take Doc before. I'm gonna take Doc. You knock on Alice's door and tell her it's time to go. Hit the trail. Oh, one last thing before you go. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experience points for you. I'm happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Shall I keep it up? Yeah, keep spending it automatically. It's fine. Alright then, let's go. You consult the southeast west map the Holster gave you. It only lists two things: the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost camp. You discovered new map locations. Head for Dirtwater. Ah, she wants to talk to us. What's up? Howdy, Alice. If we're going to look into this necromancer business, I figure we'd ought to start with the local cemeteries. Makes sense. Do you know where they are? Yeah, I did some research in the territory cemeteries a while back. Territory cemeteries? Territory cemeteries. To see if there was a pattern. You okay? Ah, sorry. Anyway, there's not one far from here. Am I forgetting about anything? It says you should see the bartender about renting that room in Dirtwater. It'd be nice to have a base of operations. Okay. Room for Went. Inquire inside. There's another spittoon. This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor, because not spitting at all is not an option in society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko. Respect. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloon goes. Actual glass in the windows. More than two kinds of drinks. A poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. Respect. Here we go again. And cleaned or emptied. So that's good, right? No, that's bad. Because the only... Yeah. Search it. Yeah. Keep searching. I found a filthy porcelain cow. Piano player is not very good at his job. Slop is 5 meat. Gotta play the slop. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns. And which of theirs is nicer. Old man stares off into the distance, listening to the piano. Doesn't react to you at all. Oh, I did not want to walk into the poker room. This guy doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. They're engrossed in a conversation. Leave them be. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. I see you found the local watering hole. Yeah, it's decent. Let me know if you find a whisking hole, though. Ha. Found Mr. Pringles. Oh, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks, I'm Jack. Glad to know you, Jack. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw the sign out front advertising a room. That's right, finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Oh, thanks. Man, if only it worked like that in real life. Yeah. Who's the old man playing by the piano? Oh, that's old Eldbury. Tragic fella, he is. He was a writer and a poet. Came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories. Fantastical stuff. Like, goddess means free in Swedish. Nice! Too bad, I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in the mine. Lost his mind in a mine. I read that so perfectly fine and like, okay. You know what I mean. He saw something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Made him stop talking near completely. Come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. It seems to calm him down, and as long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. I feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. Need help with anything? Well, if you're handy with the mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. Thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, I've poked around him myself, but I lost the key. This has taken a sudden strange turn. Yeah, I need a needle. I'll come back to fix that. There's a sign that says, see bartender for darts. Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? We've got the stage. It's a cowbell. Okay. I had my fun. Apologies if that annoyed anybody. I enjoy doing things like that. One of my favorite things is that whenever I play Duck Detective is I just sit there and I hit the quack button. Watch this, just paying attention to you. The shelf is full of canned and bottled ingredients and boxes of slop helper. Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry, I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of, saltpeter and need someone to pick some up for me. Saltpeter? And other things. Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp. Because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up! The nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay. So that's where he parks his beer. Well. Just look at yourself in the mirror. Insult yourselves. You call yourself a four-flushing green-faced jerk. Better not insult yourself anymore, you'll get angrier. You're liable to pass. I missed that. I walked away. Liable to pass out. It's nice view from up here. Postcard at this little table. Got a blank postcard. So we got a bed. We got partner's bed. What do you think we should do next? Well, if you're looking to find out lay of the land, I guess the railroad crew would be giving you... Okay. Any other ideas? Try to fix the broken piano player. Okay. Yeah, she's just, like, here to be like, hey. Yeah, so the ghost carriage. That takes us to the DLC area, which is the gun manor. If I remember the DLC correctly, is that basically, the purpose of it is, like, It's a play on the Winchester Mansion. Something like that. And there is a way to peacefully solve anything without, you know, causing any, like, major damage. Plum pudding. Pants cow punching. I don't really think I need to buy anything just yet. See what? Let's see if we can do the gun mansion. You hop in, the ghost of the carriage receives the support your and Alice's weight well enough. An invisible driver yells, "Yeah!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of dirt water. Exciting. Off we go. Good night, Tanya. Have a nice night. I hope you had a nice birthday. Eat well. A thick gray fog envelops the carriage. You lose all sense of time and space. Eventually the fog clears and the carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. I did. Thanks all. You're welcome, Danya. Have a good eep. Yeah, eventually the fog clears, and the carriage parks near the disembodied void calls out, "All out for the guns, for Gun Manor, last stop." Disembark. Wow, have you ever seen a house this big? Nope, I've heard of Gun Manor was a real sight to behold, though. It sure is. Must have cost a fortune. I reckon Miss Gunn has a fortune or two to spare. What would you do with that kind of money? I'd never go thirsty, that's for certain. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts. I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and it's already a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Miss Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. I can't do that if I can't even get in the front door, though. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best-known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow. Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Spooks like ghosts? Exactly like that. Yep. 13 of them. According to my instruments. Florence Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-looking contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science. What's wrong with the front door? The front door, well, it's, locked? No. Not locked, no. So, what's the problem? You see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all, and there's a huge, gross, hairy-fanged, drooling giant spider in the foyer, so until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strongly about this. I do. Well, maybe I can help you out. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or really wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghost and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Okay, let's go. Roger copy. It's Jack, actually. Alright, so now I have Florence and Doc. It's an informative plaque about the hedge maze. The bronze plaque reads, "The Gun Manor hedge maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family's then 2 daughters. You are welcome to meander its path, so we recommend caution during the winter. Below is a pasted of handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrubs. Danger." Weird. Okay, we'll come back to that. Because I can't remember how to do the hedge maze exactly. That's the coach. Gun manager visitor center. The visitor center is bereft of any employees. Where the heck is everyone? Let's see if we can find out. So we got parking validation. There's nobody here to validate you parking or otherwise. Crank is missing from the record player. You don't know what this machine does, but you do know you don't want to operate it. The sign of the machine says genuine gun manor souvenir tokens. Make your wishes come true. Just 50 meat. Perfect. I have one of the tokens. There's an old framed photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall. With a little explanatory plaque underneath it. The photograph is of a young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts the fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn and assistant accepting the 1869. Why didn't we think of that award for excellence in inventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences? We got the info. It's an info desk, but the only info you know about is there's nobody staffing it. Nobody here to sell you a snack, photos, candy, souvenirs. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has actually added 50% to this sign. I need a needle. I don't have any needles. You try the handle of the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghosts playing tricks on you because they know you ain't packing science. Stand back, I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light at the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside, and the door swings open. Ha, works every time. She's sitting there freaking out. What's the haps, Florence? There it is! Kill it, kill it, kill it! Oh, dang. Just try to be a tiny bit cool about it. Will you kill it? Spooky spider. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. She shudders again. The house of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, born 1847, built this stately, if architecturally unusual, manor house in the late 70s. Completed in 1877, using the proceeds from her famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and historical center. What's cracking, Florence? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor, 4 on the second, and 5 on the third. Glad that's taken care of. Jeez, Florence, it was only a little one. It's nearly as big as my head. Yeah, but if it was drawn any smaller, it would have just looked like a black dot. You know, don't get all metal on me. It's unscientific and I hate it. Brr, it's cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing that. You don't think it's, all the ice? Nah, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house heat got shut off somehow. We better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. It'll probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. It's a little cold. It's a little chilly. Actually, can I use the intercom? The intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Press the talk button. Hello? Hell. Ah, ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Hello? Who is Mrs. Gunn? No, I'm Ms. Oh, man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Put it. Miss Gunn, do you know that your intercom is broken? You'll have my bro. Are we gonna do these old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Miss Gunn, we're here about the ghost extermination you requested. Well, one of us is, and the other is just generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't make out the third floor. Alright, floor it is then. What? Alright. Into the cellar. You move the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. Talk to her. What do you know? Oh, holy jeez, look at all those spiders! Yeah, they're kind of a surprising number of them, huh? Listen, I'm gonna just stand over here and hyperventilate a little. You go on ahead, and if you need anything, feel free to come back over here and tell me about it. I'm fine. All photos of boring-looking people you don't recognize. A plot code lock, eh? Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence pulls a giant key ring out of her pocket and finds one that unlocks the door for you. Oh, hey! A lab! Check it out! Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psh, relax. I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. Uh-huh. Boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. Bismuth, do not eat. It's a chart with all 76 elements on it, including iridium, iodine, and copper. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet. Like, Rhodium, Mirabum, and Blurum. Workbench. The device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Okay. Box of Science doohickeys. Got an item. Worse gun. Complicated blueprint. Ah. Alright, let's go handle those spiders. Oh, jeez. I did not realize Doc had a shotgun. Got miscellaneous spider parts. Ah! Spooky. Oh my god, dog. Yeah? Come on. Goodness, puppy. That was a very aggressive one at the door today. Alright, let us battle this big ol' spider. I guess. Oh. Alright. Ah! Why'd you make a little spider? Victory. A spider egg omelet. Ew. 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 Spider pie. You holler for Florence, she comes over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a second. That's a ghost! Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What? You're a ghost hunter and you're here specifically to hunt ghosts. No, that's just ghosts. This is a ghost. A great haunt originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean? Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. It's sort of a silvery metal that screws with the spectral energy the way iron does with magnetic energy. Huh, it's ready to get a bismuth bomb. Bismuth bomb. Bismuth. Normally I make them myself in my lab. Well, so much for that idea then. Well, the workbench we found earlier might have some stuff. Okay, we'll come back to this later. Oh! Ah, we made it to the back here. Search the bones. Gun Manor Carriage House Key. Fantastic. Yes, more spiders. Ow. Ow. Well, fuck me, apparently. Jesus. Oh god. Please leave the dock alone. There we go. Cut them loose. It's a mannequin? Boy, the spider must have been super disappointed. Why is it moving? No, so many spiders. Ah! Can you leave the dock alone? Please. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you. No! Well, frick. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this battle. Yeah. I'm going to surrender from that, because there's no way that I'd be able to do that. Since I got angry, let's see if that can help me with some of the attacks. Get rid of you. Doc's about to die from poison. Yep. That was... oof, okay. Or maybe. Hey, you okay in there? What? I can't understand you. Hey, I'm gonna poke a hole. There, what were you saying? Oh, hello. Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, are you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. Is that something that requires a lot of practice? Practice makes perfect, right? And there's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. We bet. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite surprise. I'd imagine so. I should probably get back to work. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Sure. Hey. You cut open the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. Phew, thanks. You can get out through the coal chute down the hall. Great, stop by the entrance later and I'll give you the official museum greeting. Job well done. Alright, so here's the boiler. Spigot here, but since the boiler isn't on, it won't do much of anything. Double silk pantaloons. Plus 2 Moxie, 20% cold resistance. Bismuth do not eat. Hey Florence, can you make a Bisquick bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth. Come on, woman, I say it right. This is right in the container. Fine, but can you make one though? Hell yeah, I can. Stand back and watch a master artwork. Florence goes to town with a hammer and pliers and comes back with a metal sphere. It has a grinning skull painted on it and a big red button on the side. That's probably intimidating, at least. And it ain't just a pretty face. Ruby. Okay, go for it. Great, better cover your ears and eyes, and I'll just cover your entire head. Okay. Approximately an infinite number of spiders. Yeah, that just lets me keep fighting spiders, and I don't want to keep fighting spiders. Press then. Hot bud. Right, so I need a bucket. Off we go. Ah, turning the boiler solved our ice problem. My scientific hypothesis has been proven correct. We don't have a direct evidence connecting the ice to the... Don't you try and pull a post hoc ergo proctor hoc on me. I'll shoot you with my science rifle. In that case, I totally agree with you. Let's hunt some ghosts! Got the parlor. Turn that off. Turn that off. New fancy electric floor lamp. Got brat. Got tea service. We have sit. Nice throw pillows. Get peanut. We have the kitchen. And we've got a ghost. There's a ghost here mumbling and muttering and yamming about eggs. Interpret his disjointed ravings. Hang on a second. You tried to poach an egg by shooting it? For dadgum, yes, that's what I did. Heck, course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Pappy didn't raise no fool. But dadgum, fresh sugar egg rolled out of the bullet, ricocheted off the bottom of the crock pot and got me right between the peepers for dadgum. That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking out of your head like that? Of course it is. No, it isn't. Dadgum girl, me and my pappy and his pappy been poachers all our lives, and I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. That's all the dadgum sass, mush talking. Poaching's poaching. I'm going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. We're not gonna fight the ghosts. Oh, but I can't get further into the kitchen. Go inside. I got cold resistance. Oh, hi! Hey, hi, excuse me? You seem trapped in a block of ice. That was just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Can you get me out of here somehow, besides the whole frostbite thing? I'm supposed to be running the elevator, and there aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so it's kind of important. Let me think. Can't think of anything. Well, no hurry or anything. I think I can still feel a couple of my toes. I don't actually need those to work the elevator, I guess, just so you can take your time. Right. Right, so we gotta figure out how to save that woman. Dining room. Boo! Ah! This ghost cramming his face with invisible food. Maybe he's the ghost of an emperor? Hey, buddy. Hey! Huh? Come on, man. At least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? This waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I won't know the difference. I feel kind of bad about dragging him into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. Huh. So you need actual ghost food. Maybe I can help you out. Oh god, yes please. Specifically, what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, what? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how I died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili, and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? What? No, it went off and shot me to death. How did... Look, all I know is I need to eat a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass to the afterlife. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Carts labeled with empty dishes. One of the museum staff is frantically serving empty plates to the ghost, who is politely pretending to shovel the food in by the fistful. He seems too busy to talk. Small blowtorch. Maybe this will help. What? Whoa, what? Blowtorch, jeez, be careful with that! You turn the knob and spark the flame, which turns out to be about as big as that of a cigarette lighter. Oh, okay, fine then. Be careful. For the next 45 minutes, you use up the entire tank of butane, but manage to melt the ice enough that the lady can break free of ice. Thanks, I've got to get back to my elevator, but come see me and I'll let you ride for free. There's a charge by the elevator? No, like I just said. Well, job well done. Huzzah! So we now have access to the elevator. Hey, thanks again for helping me, the freezer. This is the elevator. Unfortunately, all we can do at this point is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The button for the third floor is missing. I'll bet anything the old housekeeper took it and hid it in some hilarious place. She loved wordplay. That's why they fired her. That and all the stealing important things and hiding them. Okay, well, second floor, please. Alright, so we've got... What is this? Oh, we've got the gallery. Ah! Spooky! We've got T's, a bunch of T's, and a bunch of typefaces. We've got ats. Avant-garde, I guess. We got tats. It's my favorite kind of tattoos that have been invented so far. We've got stats. A list of statistics about the gallery. There's 8 T's, 9 ats, 3 tats, 7 stats, 45 states, 3 statues, and then statutes is 69,105. List of all 45 states, including New York, Arkansas, and Michigan. You wonder what will get annexed next. Maybe it'll be the Willabama territory. Wait a minute, this stats state there was only 3 statues here. You peer closely at the statues until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. Go away. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi Paul, I'm Jack. What are you doing? I'm pretending to be a statue so the ghosts won't find me. Go away, you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. List of boring laws from before the cows came home and everything got fun again. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to? Your face! Overruled! What's your problem anyway? Bah, it's legal stuff you never understand. Oh yeah, try me. Fine. What's the maximum legal caliber for a civilian handgun? 8? 100. 800? Try again when you actually know about gun law or anything. Nuts. Alright, well, let's go to the library and learn some things. A book is a terrible thing to not read. Boo! Ah! It's a big dictionary on a pedestal. It could come in handy if someone tells you to look something up in your funk and, woggles. Anyone look up? Gun law? Look up gun law in the dictionary. Gun law. A large policeman used to lengthen children. What? Cat. You look up cat in the dictionary. Cat. A brass duck used to sing to chemicals. Is this definitely an English dictionary? Potato. Someone who educates liquid for firming. Oh my god. I have no idea where to even start. Okay. Hello, ma'am. The ghost librarian is glaring at you as if daring you to make noise. Excuse me, but shh! I'm sorry, I was just shh! Okay, jeez, is this good? I suppose we'll do. Now, what was your question? Could you help me with some library stuff? Could you perhaps be more specific? I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. I'm afraid our card catalog is out being reorganized. Someone sorted all the cards by call number instead of by title or author, which made it quite useless. You have to search the stacks manually. How do I get started? If you can find a book on a similar topic on what you're looking for, its call number will direct you to the other books on that topic. Okay, I guess. But also I need to figure out, let's see. I'm looking for the precise, definition of a word. There's a dictionary over there. Regrettably, it's a few years out of date, so it doesn't have, technocracy, secular humanism, or brunch yet, but it should suffice for your purposes. Okay, great, thanks. Oh, I guess I can look up the word poach. Poach. Ah, that's what I was looking for. To slow cook by immersion in water, to shoot an animal belonging to the king. Perfect. Y'all want me to look anything up? Let me type in fish. A venomous spoon used to strengthen liquid. What? There's a guy lying there, trapped underneath a large book. You okay over there? Shh, don't talk back there. Sorry. Chicken? Okay, I'll look up chicken once I get back to the dictionary. A plank behind a heavy soup. Well, do with that what you will. Oh, I found the restroom. Probably the biggest, most viable chunks of wax out of your ears. Oh. Old-timey ointment. Oh, I got the shower curtain. Guest rooms. Room 1, room 2, room 4. Room 3 is missing. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, dear. Welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? No thanks. I won't be staying that long. Hopefully. Wait a minute. Yes? Your B&B? This isn't your house? Oh, I know, dear. But nobody was using these guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be, and I got to feeling homesick for a little B&B I used to run when I was alive. So I thought Miss Gunn probably wouldn't mind. What happened to your eye? Oh, it was such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of, a nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up with something bad, and one evening as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation and peeped in on him through the keyhole. Did you see anything? Well, only for a moment. He was cleaning a small pistol, and I suppose I must have made a noise because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off. Did it hit you? That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Jeez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's alright. Serves me right for spying on the guests. Is how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Guilt? No, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. What then? Well, I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. It wouldn't be as nice that depth perception, so you need a new eye. Yes, do you think you can help me? I'll keep it, bye. I got room for... Okay, well, fine. Right, so I got, the definition for poach. First floor. Nope. Oops, wrong thing. I meant to go to the kitchen. You don't poach an egg by shooting them? I have proof. What? Poach, a method of preparing food, especially eggs, by simmering them in boiling liquid. Well, I'll be a dadgum. He dissipates into the aether, still muttering to himself. Heck yeah. This is chili stove. How very specific. You need a bowl of chili to give the ghost in the dining room. Unfortunately, ever since your conversation with him, you're not even sure you know what chili is anymore. Maybe you should do some research. Okay. Got lard, larder, and lardist. Grab it. Tinned caviar. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, weird. What you thought was a framed photograph is actually a window. What does the larder have Why does the lighter have a window? And why is this ghost standing emotionless in front of it as if he were a framed photograph? Excuse me, hello? The ghost ignores you. You grab him by the shoulders and shake him. You grab the ghost somehow and shake him until he rattles. Please cease this activity at once! Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about you tell me who you are? You do not recognize me? Jean-François, l'artiste? Nope. Zut! I knew simply mimicking the photograph, would not be sufficient. Without it, how will anyone know I am the famous Frenchman ever to visit the gun manor? Have a lot of Frenchmen visited? Besides having, the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Gun Manor, I am also the first Frenchman to visit Gun Manor. And the last as well. Gosh! How'd you die? I was posing for a photograph, to commemorate my visit here, and that fool of a photographer, fouled up when preparing the gunpowder flash. Fouled up how? He left a bullet in it. Ah, I see. I must have this photographed. Such a face as mine must not languish in obscurity. Alright, I'll let you know if I find it. Pots and pans. Murder in a pantry? Oh. Pants on a rack. It's a literal pantry. This ghost is running around like crazy, or hovering around like crazy, searching the rack of pants, or trousers if you prefer, but we say pants here in the Western Territories. He seems too preoccupied to take any notice of you. Hey, buddy, hey! Wow, jeez, lady, you nearly scared the death out of me. Sorry, I was wondering what you were doing. Well, I'd have thought it'd be obvious. I'm looking for a pair of pants. But you don't have any legs. Yes, I know. So what do you want pants for? Nostalgia? I see. What kind of pants are you looking for? The kind without legs. Legless pants. Well, I can't wear regular pants, you know? The legs would just flop around and it'd be dumb. I guess you have a point. So how'd you lose your legs anyway? Ah, jeez, it's really embarrassing. I don't mind. Well, see, I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I just carried it tucked into my belt. Oh, trigger snagged when you went to draw it, huh? Right, it gets worse, though. I was wearing one of those gun belts with the slots all around for you to stick bullets in, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, the chain reaction blew up the entire lower half of me. Wow. So that's how you died? Yeah, that's how I died. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for some legless pants for you. I really appreciate it. Legless pants, eh? Bean spices and a gun. Here we go. I was wondering how you died. Shh. I was caught in a crossfire in a library shootout. Wow, what happened? A pair of ruffians got into a heated argument over the comparative merits of Anton Chekhov versus Henrik Eisben. And when they started shooting, I attempted to step in and stop them. I simply won't abide gunfire in the library. It was far too loud. Is your only objection the noise? Here we go. What was the point of their contention? I don't recall the particulars. I just remember the Chekhov fan shouting, "Remember that gun I showed you in Act 1?" before opening fire. The noise was dreadful. That's your only objection, the noise? That's quite significant. I won't tolerate noise of any stripe, and certainly not gunfire. I'll see what I can do. Guy's still here, trapped under his book. It turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone and is printed on slabs of the stone in question. Book. Phew, thanks. I thought I'd never get out under there. At least now I know all about the particular type of granite described in that one page. How'd you get trapped under that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk at the visitor center, so on my breaks I like to research different kinds of info, you know, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone might ask you about rocks. Exactly. Well, man, I'm late getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by the counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. Yeah. Okay. First floor. Keep thinking the kitchen is that way, and it's not. Okay. You need a bowl of chili to give to the ghost in the dining room. According to the dictionary, you need some spices, some beans, and a gun. Oh, wait, except that you're trying to make chili without a gun in it, so you have to remember to skip the gun part. Okay, keep it together, Jack. Spices. You're after your belongings, you don't find any. You have to go spice hunting. Oh, right, we do have this key. Yeah, unlock it. Ah, so we have all the coaches in here. Hedge clippers. Nearly empty herbicide can, and I got a handful of nails. Hey there, bud. Hiya. Hey, stop. Do you work here? Are you the parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people parking and all that. Can you? I'm on break. Oh. Well, really, everyone's on break, kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up, in ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere else and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow! Nope. Convince him to get back to work. Okay, well, you should probably get back to work now. Yeah, why is that? Because I'm gonna rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine, let me finish the smoke before you go getting all heroic. Yeehaw. Gonna poach some spices. Hey. No, again? Oh, it's you, hey. They let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Oh. Never mind then. Alright, so I need some info. Thanks again for freeing me from the book. You still seem you still kind of have marks of where the engravings pressed in your face. I'm hoping they fade with time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? Provide information. Want some? Sure. Great. That's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? Tell me about Mrs. Gunn. Her full name is Teresa Olivia Gunn, but informally she goes by Terry. She was born in 1847 to Reginald and Priscilla Gunn. Her mother was a mathematician and founding member of the Western Society of Mathematics in 1870, and her father was a catapult operator in the Unpleasant Disagreement of 1862. She invented the gun in 1869 at the age of 22. There's a photograph of her on the wall there accepting a prestigious award. She married her husband Dan 20 years ago in 1875, and they have 3 daughters. Interesting. Other than that, there's not a lot that we know about her. She's a very private person, especially after she gave the house to the Historical Foundation and locked herself in her room 4 years ago. Anything else you would like to know about? Yeah. Can you tell me about the Gunn family? Well, let's see. She married Dan Stapler Remover in 1875. He was the inventor of the staple remover. Did you know that? They'd met at an inventors convention 3 years previously. Dan decided to take on her last name because he wanted to call his inventions office chompers. and he was always a little annoyed that people called it after him instead. They have 3 daughters named Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose. That's nice. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889, shortly after Rose was born. Nobody knows what happened to him, although it's generally assumed he was killed by bandits while he was on the road for gun industries business. And then all 3 of the girls went missing a year after. They went to summer camp and were never heard from again. No ransom, no dirt, anything. Mrs. Gunn was never the same after that, naturally. She started blaming it on the ghosts, though as far as I know, there's been no ghost activity here until just the other day. Anything else you like? No? Yeah. Can you tell me about Gunn Manor? Isn't it amazing? Mrs. Gunn had it built in the mid to late 70s when she and her husband decided to start a family. It was finished in 1877. It has 8 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, plus a whole host of modern conveniences like electric lights, a coal-fired boiler, and a bowling alley. My personal favorite room is the library, but I guess you knew that one already. Mrs. Gunn donated the house to the Historical Society in 1891 with the provision that we keep the place properly maintained and send meals up to her room in the kitchen dumbwaiter. She's actually never come out of her room since then, although she still communicates via telephone or the house intercom sometimes. Yeah. Can you tell me about rocks? Great, I know tons of stuff about rocks now, specifically, igneous rocks and granite in particular. Did you know that igneous rocks are formed when magma cools and solidifies, which can happen either above or below the Earth's surface, or even in your own home? Oh, tell me another one. Sure, how about this? The word granite comes from the ancient word granum, or grain, because of its pleasant, weedy smell. Well, what do you know? Tell me another. Sure, how about this? There are over 700 different types of igneous rocks, and only 3 of them are edible. I did not know that. Bye. Fun. Okay, I guess I can go into the basement and look at the box of photos that's down there. I might get us something. There we go. We found the photo of him. Yes, I found it. I found a little photo. Ah, marvelous! What a resemblance! Yeah, it's a pretty decent pic. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Now my image will not be lost to the ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. Okay. Okay, he's gone. He left. He's gone away. Hey, got a pile of loose chili beans. Handle that. Ooh, thanks. You think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in the weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters? What is the world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work at the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. We sell these little brass tokens stamped with the museum's logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo on them. That's my job. Stamps the museum's logo on them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. Huh. So do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, you should be fine. Lady leaves, get it? Leaves? Haha. Hedge Wizard's domain. Retreat! There he goes. You've only succeeded in kicking the hedge wizard's ass down the roads away. It's still pretty satisfying. Chase that jerk down. Big topiary W. Why would somebody make a topiary W? Yeah. We're fighting the hedge wizard. Yeah. I frickin' missed. Got the hedge wizard's journal, we got the hedge wizard's orb, and we got magic infused leaves. Put that in the offhand. We got hats, lapel, your pistols, we got the worst gun, which is just awful. Yeah, we're gonna do that because that does give us more armor. Vibrates since you bring it near the portal. Okay. Oh, it just gives me hedge things to fight. That's right. Well, H, W, that was for hedge wizard. An arcane hedge sphere. Bye. Ah, the wishing well. Make a wish. You hold the token over the well and try to think of something to wish for. After a few seconds, you accidentally drop the token in the well without making a wish. Dang it, I had a wish. I wish I had the token back. You hear some chimes and a rope appears at the wishing well's crossbeam. Well, how about that? Ah. Got our token again. Up we go. Alright, I don't remember the way to get through the maze, technically. Oh, hi, thanks again for rescuing me from the hedge maze. Hello, either I never asked you what you do here or I've already forgotten. I run the token smashing machine. If you buy one of the commemorative tokens from the other machine over there, I can put it in the machine here to roll it out. Okay, yeah, sure, go. Great, I love running this thing. It's so satisfying. What picture do you want? A badass shotgun. That's a nice one. That's one of Miss Gun's loudest inventions, you know. She takes your token and puts it in the machine and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud grinding noise and your token pops out into a slot somewhere longer and thinner. Thanks. Want to smash another one? No thanks. I suppose I could just get... Yep. Look at the magic rifle. Thanks. And we'll get a cool pistol. Why not? No thanks. So now I got all of them, technically, I guess. Pistol token. Rifle. And shotgun. It would go in the offhand and it would do extra work. Or extra muscle and melee attack damage, which probably would be good for us. Okay. I remember. Well, I got the beans. I don't know if I got the spices. I can't remember where I get the spices. Yeah, I got a pile of loose chili beans. Oh, yeah. That's what I need to do. Okay. Okay, let's go do the hedge maze real quick and then we'll probably call it here. But let me just... Oh yeah, there's a random door up there. Okay. So... East, north, west, south, west, north. Wrong one. Here we go. East, north, west, south, west, north. Got it. West, south, west, north. Aha! Hedge Wizard's orb started vibrating as you got close to this weird human-shaped bush. The hedge straightens up and speaks. Not you again. Wait, you're not him. Phew. Nope, I'm Jack. Nice to meet you. I'm the hedge. The hedge? Yeah, the hedge. The source of all the magic in the maze. Yada yada. Boy, I can't tell you how glad I am to see somebody besides that dorky wizard. Did you? Yep. I took care of him. Thank you. I made the mistake of granting him a boon, and he started treating me like a god or something. Coming around day after day, prostrating himself before me like a huge dweeb. Just awful. I mean, sure, I'm powerful and all that, but it's not like I did anything to get this way. I mean, I'm rooted to the ground, for heaven's sake. I grew this way. Anyway, you mentioned a boon? Oh, sure, sure. I guess I owe you that much for getting rid of that, that clown. Here you go. Thanks. Don't mention it. Now, I should get back to my business here. Can you see yourself out? Yep. Fantastic. So now we have a boon. Boon of the hedge. cannot remember where I get the spices from this. So, alright, I think I can... Where's the frickin' cart? There it is. Yep. We're gonna go back to Dirtwater. We're gonna go to our room and I think sleep, and I think that saves. You go to sleep. You dream that you're trying on new hats on a deserted island. For some reason, your head turns into a tree. You wake up screaming. Well, okay then. You wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry and sober. It's Mosey. Day 2, the second day of the rest of your life. I believe that's how you save. I can't remember. I think it just saves, but... Along describing what happens in combat provides a few other pieces of metagaming information in various places. Oh yeah, best font. Okay. You never know. Alright, then yeah, might just call it here. Yeah, Ariel. It's very funny. Oh yeah, nostalgia mode puts it in like sepia tones. We might keep that on just for the fun. You're so late and you show up right as I'm about to finish. Oh. Yeah, I'm narrating the majority of this has started to hurt my my throat, so it's about time for me to quit with the whole narrating everything and try and give my voice a little bit of a rest so I don't, you know, overdo it. But thanks for stopping in when you did. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah. I guess I'll yeah, it was fun. Not Shadows Over Loathing, that's the sequel. West of Loathing is honestly pretty cool and pretty interesting, and I definitely had a lot of fun the first time we played around. I just gotta remember the Gun Manor quest. Yeah, I'll see you in a few minutes for your stream, Acel. I just yeah, you managed to catch me at like the last minute. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, everyone. I hope you all have a good rest of your day or evening or night or whatever. And tomorrow I will be continuing Alan Wake. Odds are I'm probably going to start chapter 2 from the beginning, so that way I can find out where the heck I missed that stupid freaking flare gun that I needed. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.